Have you ever thought about the fact that some moments are carved in our memories in a way the only sentiment they evoke are happiness and joy, and sometimes they are accompanied by a slightly sadness? That's the definition of nostalgia. This happiness comes mostly from good memories, periods or moments in our lives that are highly attached to a warm and rewarding feeling. The slight sadness comes from the realization that we can no longer relive those moments. If you're watching this video, this now 21 years old mushroom game that was part of your childhood is probably the trigger to this sentiment, just like it is with me. As I'm writing the script, I just turned 28, and my oldest memory of MapleStory was when a friend of mine introduced it to me back in 2006. I immediately fell in love with the chibi character designs, its simple gameplay, and this. You feel it too, right? This song has some sort of effect. Probably on you too, triggering at maximum heights the feeling of nostalgia. There is no MapleStory player that hears this theme song and doesn't recall it as something that marked their childhood. It calms me down when I'm feeling overwhelmed by my now chaotic routine as an adult. It takes me back to a time where things were so simple. Life was peaceful, and my only concern was school. MapleStory's soundtrack is so good that I even find myself listening to it nowadays. Back then, Maple was some sort of jack of all trades for me. It was my escape from reality or whatever reason I had. I was 10 years old at the time. I didn't speak English and I knew very little about this game. About builds, skills, classes, and how to make a proper character. As life went on, I tried to capture the feeling of nostalgia again. That's when I discovered private servers and they quickly became part of my life, since I couldn't deal with today's MapleStory. That piece of garbage is a totally different game. Believe me, I gave it a try to play nowadays MapleStory, but that game is full of new gimmicks and 100 new methods of power creep. And if I was to list all of my complaints, I would have to make a separate video just for that. I have a lot of good memories from 2006, but I also have a lot of regrets. As I said before, I was just a kid back then and I didn't know very well what I was doing with my character. Where to level up, best maps, best way to make money, how to properly distribute my AP or my build. Even though it was a lot of fun back then, it could have been better. And this is the goal of this journey, to enjoy this game once more. To recreate my character from 2006 and play the game with the knowledge and experience that I've acquired throughout the years, reach peak and achievements that I could only have dreamed of in the past. And that's the journey I invite you to accompany me. Alright, let's go. This is the most important part. It's the dice. What I'm aiming for here is somewhat high strength and high dex, just so I can dish out as much as I can on luck later on, so. To be honest, I don't really care about this that much. I just want my Maple Island experience just to be not as miserable as it can, so that will do. I'll just bump like the rest of the AP I get into Dex. 8 STR should be enough so I don't have to worry that much about damage, and for luck 5 and yeah, that will do. Alright, that's me. Let me just fix this real quick and NPC chat on Y. There you go. For those of you that don't know, I put NPC chat on Y just because whenever you get a yes or no, like accept or decline a quest, if you put that on Y, it will automatically accept the quest. So see, it's a yes or no here, and I just press Y and boom, there you go. Oh man, this is so nostalgic. Like, I haven't seen this map in such a long time. Level 2. Let's get that 25 dex. Alright, this should be muscle memory by now. Yes. Oh, gosh. There you go. So, this now should be a good moment to tell you guys why I chose to play the server. I kinda already have a Night Lord that is over level 140, so I already reached the end game. With a Night Lord, I just don't have the experience to actually play the base game, like the struggle between level 1 to 120. For those of you that don't know, Night Lord is literally one of the strongest single target DPS classes. The amount of damage this class can do is just unheard of, and when you pair that with Sharp Eyes and stuff like that, it's literally like unmatchable. Of course, it had to have a downside to it, and that downside is that Night Lords actually are very squishy. So they don't have natural large pool of HP. So to counter that, what people do is a mechanic called HP wash, which pretty much makes your character have a larger pool of HP by transferring the excess of MP to your HP pool. And the way you do that is by actually having a higher amount of int in your base stats. Like, instead of putting my APs into Dex and Luck, I put my AP into int, and that's gonna increase my MP pool. So what you do after that is that you use AP resets that you can buy on the cash shop to take away the points that you spent on int. So you pretty much wash away all of the AP you put into int and transfer that back into your main stat. And then with more AP resets, you actually transfer the excess of MP that you got into your HP. So that has a very notorious downside, which is you can't play your character. It's unplayable. It becomes unplayable. You literally do like no damage at all. So to counter that, you actually have a meta here in old school MS that is known by you actually have yourself to buy leech or leech yourself, which involves you having a bishop literally inviting you to parties, giving you a holy symbol, and leveling you. Let's just get this quest out of the way. So yeah, I didn't play my character at all. So I only started to play it when I was around level 130, which was the level that I actually started to play. So I leveled up a lot by then, like 10 levels, and only to figure out that I don't really enjoy end-game content as a Night Lord, because don't get me wrong, like bossing is fun and all, but you kind of rely on having a guild or having friends to make boss parties with you. And since I am like really low level on that character, finding like boss runs for EXP it's kind of hard. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy that. So what I'm doing now is I want to have the experience to feel what it's like to actually level the class all the way to 120. So this is gonna be the main focus of this character. Right, this should also be muscle memory by now. So I don't really know if I got to finish my reasoning for this. The reason why I chose this server is because Maple Legends actually it's a lot harder compared to the other servers that we have here. like the XP rate is much lower than the other servers, and the drop rate is actually 1-for-1. So this server, it's harder than the majority that is available out there. So I want to have the feeling of struggle. I want it to be hard in the beginning. I don't want things to be handed to me that easily. And yeah, I want to experience like the full gameplay, like what it was to play old school MapleStory from like a fresh character. Like you don't have anything and you build yourself up to become strong. Basically, is to become strong. So it's gonna be fun to actually revive those old memories of me playing the game when I was a little kid and not messing these up. Because yeah, oh, I can, okay, so we don't put any other stats in here, so just everything straight into luck. Now, fun fact, when I was a kid, I thought that for assassins, every time that you level up, you would have to put like 3 points into luck and 2 points into dex. And by level 86, which was the last level that I end up reaching on old school MapleStory, I was very weak. Like I had a lot of base dex. I didn't care about like using dex scrolls to... Where's the razor? Don't you get one? Wait, what the hell? Alright, give me my chair. And I'll level up. I remember that the first time I heard about Dexless, what a Dexless assassin was. Okay, so hear me out, okay? English is not my first language. I think you guys may have figured that out by my accent, but I'm actually from Brazil. And I learned how to speak English just by playing games, especially MapleStory and like meeting people from abroad. So the first time I heard about a Dexless assassin, I thought like naively that a Dexless assassin was an assassin that put every single AP into Dex, and they were supposed to be very, very strong. And I made a Dexless assassin, which wasn't Dexless, it was pure Dex, and I couldn't understand why that character was so weak. And yeah, after that I just like, okay, you know what, I would just stick to a normal build. And my normal build was like putting every single AP, like a huge excess of Dex into my normal build. That didn't really work, so I'm really looking forward to see how strong this character is gonna be, leveling up, killing the same mobs, doing the same quests that I did like 15 years ago, 18 years ago. Awesome. Crap. Oh, no worries, we go walking. Shit. Lesson job adventure. Yeah, there we go. Let's get it. Oh crap. This one. Path of the Thief. There you go. Let's see. Somewhere. Let's go to Kerning City. Level 10 and 25 dex. There you go. Yep. Awesome. More EXP. Of course I want to be trained, so... Alright, the reason why we are gonna do all of these series of quests here is because, first of all, we're broke, right? We don't have enough money to buy enough meso, to buy potions and everything that we need. So even though the reason why I did Big's quest was because we would get the beginner's blue potions and the red potions for beginners. This is gonna be a huge help in terms of funding this early game, like, because early game is such a pain in the ass. You struggle with money, you struggle with meso a lot, like nothing is handed to you. I don't want to rely on other people. I'll do most of the stuff myself. So that's the reason why I'll be using the fruit knife. Let me use that. The fruit knife actually is gonna be more beneficial to me because I don't want to be. Oh, let me get this quest. So the reason why I'm using the dagger early on is we have just leveled up, right? So as I put all my AP into luck, which is gonna help with the damage, we are gonna level and master Keen Eyes first, because this extra range that this skill gives us, it's gonna be a huge help, like a huge help in terms of progression and training. So for Keen Eyes, we actually need level 3 on Nimble Body. I'm gonna be leveling up Lucky 7 after I finish maxing out Keen Eyes, which should be around, okay, so next level this is gonna be 1 plus 7, around like 4 levels. Alright, let's do it. Let's kill all those stumps. Oh, we can comfortably kill them. That's nice. For the last part, I might move to Purion just because killing 8 stumps here, it's not really that optimal. Oh, and by the way, I know that the audio quality is not really that nice, but my headset just died. It had a cable on it and the cable was very old. It kind of stopped working. It was a really good headset, but it died. Oh, I got really lucky with the drop there. So I just ordered a new microphone, so just expect the next videos to have a better quality in audio. Just bear with me for this first one. There you go. And we walk all the way back. Seriously, there should be like some quality of life for this. Like the light bulb should appear on my head now. It's funny that as soon as you deliver the quest, the light bulb appears from the game master. But when you have to turn in the quest, it doesn't. That's 80 stumps. Okay, so let's go to the shop real quick. I want to check something out. Right, it looks like... Okay, so the returning scroll is only 500 meso. The trip on the cab, it's 800. So yeah, it's more efficient to just use buy the returning scroll. Let's try to get as much XP as we can. So I'm just taking Ion's quest here. I came here thinking there would be a much better spawn rate for stumps, but I can only see blue snails here. $37 still. Oh my gosh, this is actually taking a little much longer than I thought. Well, I said I wanted to struggle. I said I wanted to be hard. Yep, it is. Let's go to the maps to the right. I'm sharing stumps here with like a lot of other monsters. Only one more. Come on. There you go. Oh, that's a sticky situation I don't want to be in. Let's go. Almost. 10 octopus. Alright. Well, I'm not going there. I'm not gonna be finishing this quest now. I might go to Hennessy's hunting ground first. Yep, let's go to Hennessy's. Holy crap. What is this? Rare Gachapon. I'll take a look at that later on. Okay. Okay. Yay, level 14. Now we start to put points on Lucky 7. Okay, so this skill is not gonna be as useful as I think until I can get it to like level 12-ish. It's just gonna be consuming more MP than it actually does damage. I might stick to the fruit knife for just a little bit longer. We're almost there, come on. These two, and there you go. Level 15. Well, well, it works. Bro, what the fuck was that? Alright, so I made a little bit of research, and apparently on this server, normal monsters can drop what is called rare Gachapon tickets, and they also drop like the common Gachapon tickets. But the thing is, it's said that these rare Gachapon tickets, when you use them on a normal Gachapon here, you can actually get like very good prices. And we won't know until we find out. So let's give it a try.